Hello, strangers. Oh, YouTube says I'm live, so I'm going to believe them. Wait for a couple of my chatters to get in here. This is a live stream if you're watching the recording. You might want to skip through a few minutes. There's Joan. Hey, Joan. How are you? I'll wait for a couple more people to trickle in before we get started. Where's my other window? There it is. Hey, Eminem. Get my windows all situated here. Okay, Stephanie, CB. Oh, good, Joan. Good, Joan. Man, what a trip you guys had. I'd like to have one of those little scooters. They look fun. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Tori. Welcome. All right, let's get started here. I was unpacking some of the stuff from the retreat that I'm just sneaking up on and found some stuff that I'm sure I didn't show you guys yet. Look at this beauty. Yeah, they look like a lot of fun, Joan. Hey, Dana. New to the channel. CM, hi, welcome. Always welcome here. So this is a print that P did at the retreat and signed it. This here piece is from Queen P of PM Artist Studio. Look at that rascal, though. Mama loves that. Let me put this somewhere safe. And then Mariah was working on this, and I walked by and I thought, I could eat that. It's such watery watercolors. And she did a little stencil work with some kind of a paste that kind of just these colors were just so nice. All that little 3D stencil work with the paste there. I don't know which paste she used. And then some gold. But she didn't get to sign this when I scarfed it too fast, I think. Anyway, hey, Amalia. Oh, hey, Mariah. Can't get away with talking about you guys, can we? Gayla. Hello. Hey, Dot. So let's get moving here. I got till 5 o'clock, but I have these watercolors out to show you because I learned a little trick to really help show their magnificence online. Now I'm going to see if I can do this by juggling. So apparently the light in my studio, it's all right. It's decent, but apparently it's not spectacular to show these watercolors in all their glory. So I'm going to try to juggle this and see if I can. So I did some of the swatch cards with some of the sets that I have. Now you can see that they are pretty spectacular, right? Hello, focus for Mama. Really? Is this what we're going to do? This is how we're going to start out? Well, I guess we are. Oh, that really chaps me. Hey, Judy. Try that again. Okay, now we're doing a little bit better. I need to try to see the hollow ones. See the different colors in the hollow? Just from a distance in my area. Hello. Now what happened? Come on. It's going to be a long day. So the trick is, if I use my cell phone flashlight, right, this one, pay close attention at the difference. Now watch, see if I can show this. Oh no, it's going to be too. Hang on, let me stand up and see if I can get a better angle here. It almost goes white out, doesn't it? Crap. If you could see this in person, you would see how flippin' spectacular these things are. when I guess this kind of brings in all the full spectrum. Even though I have one daylight lamp, it's kind of high and it's only one, and I don't know. Um, Here's a bunch of them on black. So I'm going to get my camera out of the way, my phone rather, right? And then when I bring in my phone, see how the hollow it really pops off of there? You can really see. So we're not crazy when we're saying how spectacular and edible these things are. I'm using that word loosely. But given the right light on camera, it's always hard to show this stuff on camera. The shinier it is, and especially the color shifts, trying to get the angle where you see all those shifting. I'm going to sit down before I hurt myself, Gayla. Oh, Lord of mercy. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little peek at that because they're yummy. So let me get this stuff out of my way here. These are just different swatch cards that I had. Digging my way out. Gayla, look what I have. You know why I have two. Joan can tell you. So I got some of this paper from Seth Apter. I saw it on his website, and I thought, what the heck? I'll try a little pack of that. So I played with it. It doesn't honestly do the best for the granulating watercolors the way they do on regular watercolor paper. Like, see that? Compared to this, they're a little bit more flat, but it still has its place. It's kind of cute. You can see that linen-y fabric underneath there. But these, I was trying to channel my best Alison Darwant, which, by the way, her Oracle deck, if you guys know Alison, Darwant, she's on YouTube. Also, sorry, I just saw Gayla's comment. They are not inexpensive watercolors. They are the highest quality. The packaging is gorgeous, but these pans, the shape of those pans, they are 20 to 30% more product than a half pan. Just so you're aware. I forgot what I was saying. They're Lissy Linka. Hang on, I'll show you the logo. It's lissylinka.com. And I've used them, and I've barely seen a dent in some of them that I've favored. But anyway, so I was playing around with this, and it's okay. It has its purpose, but it doesn't really granulate with the granulating colors like regular water paper. It's too smooth. It's got a little bit of a linen finish, but I like that blue. And if you like that color paper, if you guys have not started following my friend Aria Bon, Bohn, Aria, Auria, she is Vintage Fables on Instagram, and goes by her real name Aria Bon on YouTube. She recently just started a YouTube channel. She's doing a lot of Seminagashi, but she's throwing other stuff in there that makes it like my mouth water. And she's been coloring her own. She's colored her own papers and made her own inks and stuff for years. But she shows coloring papers with black beans. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if that's what was used, because that's how the black beans turn into like a grayish blue on all the papers that she did. So I'm going to try this. I was rooting through the pantry the other day looking for something, and what's in there? A bag of black beans. So might have to try that. And then this paper was from, I think, A Case for Making, and it's supposed to be a watercolor paper, but it's real thin and it's colored. The pad had all different colors in it. So I was just trying to, again, channel and doodle and, try to stay off the streets with that stuff. That came from the retreat. This is one. where I was messing with the uh, Masha granulating watercolors. I've amassed quite a collection of those, but these are yummy. And this is basically the ultramarine magenta and the serpent green. And that's what it does. It kind of does that raku thing. These pieces, where did I get this? I think I got this from, is it called Choosing Keeping? Joan, you would know, in the UK. No, Dana, I don't know. I don't have one. And Lissy Linka is coming out with an autumn glow set in the next couple of weeks or so. Hey, Jam. But this is really rough watercolor paper, but that's what these granulating watercolors like. I mean, it looks like craters, and look at that color. And that orangey, brilliant flame color that comes when those two mix. You can't hate it, people. But that's pretty heavy watercolor paper. I think that was from Choosing Keeping. This is stuff. This is just mine. This we did the other day on stream. Let me get this stuff out of the way now. And this one, oh, you know what? Let me show you on these. Let me see if I can do my cell phone demo. Maybe I can show you like this without hurting myself. Gayla, get ready to call 911. See, can you see this? No, it's too far up. You can't see that there. Let me see if I can show you in the pan. That is kind of tricky. And I can scratch my head and pat my belly. But this is becoming a little more challenging. Maybe because Gail has stressed me out. Let's see if I can show you on here. Remember I was trying to show you how these shifts worked? These circles I did with one of the shifting colors in the Summer Lovin' set. You really can't. It's almost whiting it out. These damn cameras, I'm telling you. Oh, well, you'll just have to believe me. I know it's hard. Try one more and then we're moving on. It's stunning here. I don't know what you guys are seeing on your end. It looks a little shinier. But I just did new swatch cards because I ran over into my third palette, and so I tried to go warm, cool, neutrals. That's my thought process for another day. Hey, Susan. Hey, Evie. All at one lime, that's no mistake. Limes are usually involved. That wasn't a typo. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do? I wanted to do... have I unpacked my jelly plate yet? I wanted to try something that I saw Robin do. Oh, hey, Kath. Jasper, where did you find that round cold press paper? I believe that came from Choosing Keeping in the UK. It's a website in the UK. They do some really, really cool stuff. Let me go get the pack of it. Hang on. I got those circles, two sizes of the circles, and a long piece one time. Long ago. Or maybe it wasn't. Well, these, I know I got it choosing keeping. So let me go with, oh, here we go. Hang on. Now we're getting somewhere. This one, this one. Yeah, here we go. Lord have mercy. Well, and this drawer is the case for making colored paper too. I'll just show you guys all of these while I'm head first in the drawer. Okay, this is the colored paper pad. Kathy, I know I gave you some of this in April, and Z, I'm not sure who all I shared with this, but this is a pad. Look at that color of paper from it's watercolor paper, light fast, acid free, 72 sheets, 6 pieces of 6 different colors, and it's Case for Making. That's the name of the website. They're here in the US. Choosing Keeping. Here we go. This is the one website. This is the website I'm talking about with these heavy, unusual shaped papers. And this is a pad. It's got these colors in it of handmade, like rag watercolor papers. Now, I noticed that the rag papers, although they seem cool and fun and funky, they do not handle the watercolors the same way as traditional watercolor paper does. To me, in my limited knowledge, there's the website, choosingkeeping.com. And then here's these long, skinny ones. I'm a sucker for a long, skinny piece of art to hang on a wall, because you can put it in places where nothing else fits. Hey, Ange, you can put it in, in between 2 windows where you have a long, skinny place, or all different kind of those little slivers of the wall where you want to hang something and nothing fits. This stuff usually fits. I got several long, skinny pieces all through the house. The girls know from being here. But this was Choosing Keeping also. And here's this other, an oval that I got from there. Can you even see it? There's a pack of 10 sheets in each one of these, right? So these are the other ones that I was showing you. And I believe, you know what? I think I got these when we do our art retreat. We go shopping on Saturdays and do a little caravan to various different art supply stores around that are different than people usually have access to. And this, I'm pretty sure I got these upstairs at, what is it called, girls? Artist and Craftsman? Artist and Craftsman. I think it's they got a couple of them here in Baltimore. And I think that's where this came from. So this is Shizen Design Professional Grade Watercolor Paper, cold press, 100% rag, 12-inch round. So that's what that was. And if you're going to get the big one, why not get the small one? Because you never know. Same brand. That was just 6-inch round, right? And then they had it in black. So apparently I thought it was a good idea to try the black, which I've never used. But I will. You never know when I will. So that's what those are. Let me get these out of there. Oh, good Lord. I don't know why I brought out this much stuff. Yeah, Gala, I believe that's where the shark attack mask came into play, if I remember correctly. All right. Okay. I actually finally labeled my 15 drawer big flat file, so I have a clue of what drawer I'm looking for something in. It's actually paid off. American Artisan Craftsman. Is that what it is? Oh yeah, the cold press is awesome. Yep, you are correct. Oh, good Lord, I'm burning my battery. I still got my flashlight on. Okay. Okie dokie. So what I wanted to play with on here, let's see, do I have one large enough? I need a large white. I thought I had one. Apparently I don't. Well, let's try this. Ooh, a lot of coming out of there. I wanted to try to play with the technique that I saw Robin do on her jelly plate. I only have silver, gold, copper, and black in my 15 millimeter nibs. Darn it. All right, we're just going to have to go with this. But she used the sketch paper. I just had an open pack of it that I unpacked. Wonder where I unpacked it to. Okay, or we could just go for the brand new pack. Oh, Lord have mercy. When I retire, where's shit's flying in this bathroom? Hey, Elon. Queen Pam, hi. Virginia. Did something happen to Virginia? I hope not. Okay, so she used this paper. Of course, if I had any sense, I'd have gotten this together before I got on stream. But it was kind of a last minute thing. Xander's not streaming today, so I decided to jump on. What the hell is that? In her place. She used some alcohol ink, but she used it in a little teeny tiny. I have some. Here we go. One of these fine line bottles. See if I remember how to do this. If any of you guys saw her do this, feel free to chime in. Hey, Julie. Is she somewhere exotic, CB? Okay. Let me get me a little pipette and get this shaken up enough to... Oh, the south of France. You poor thing. So let's transfer some of this. Get it whipped up there really good. Shake vigorously. Oh, Lord. Here's where I always get into trouble. Oh, that's working pretty good, actually. Whoa, look at that. Awesome. Just discovered you and thumbs up. Oh, thanks, Diane. You may be sorry and withdraw that later. Oh, anything can happen at any moment here. All right, I'm going to transfer some of this alcohol ink into this fine line bottle. This is the brass color alcohol ink. It's more of a gold, and I have the gold. But this is the one I put my hands on first, so we're going to go with brass. Okay. I don't want to put this in my clean watercolor bucket just right off the bat, but anyway, okay. I probably should put a mixing bead in there, but look how metal-like that is. Even my spill down the bottle. It's beautiful. Okay, so she took some of this sketch paper. And I don't know if she used the slick side or the toothy side. Can you hear the difference? This is slick, and this has a lot of tooth on the back side of it. So we'll try it one way, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go another way. But she used a big 15 millimeter nib on a Uniball paint pen, a Posca pen. I'm looking again in my recently sorted out and organized paint pens, and I probably have every nib except that. And most likely they dried out because those are ones I used to use a lot. But anyway, we're going to go with this. Well, she does 3 different things to this paper. So we're going to put white paint pen down here and just random designs. So, well, actually, let's try to script with it a little bit. Kind of haven't done that for a while. Kind of grabs. But let's do that. And then she picked that up. Yeah, it's cool paper. It's really nice. Elizabeth St. Hilaire is the one who I saw using this and tried some, and it really is cool. And it's very different how it responds to like a lot of stuff, I do with this, well, see how turquoise that is? The pigment separated down here. This is that Golden's iridescent bronze. Oh, I heard you, Ange, on some level. Come on. This pigment's got my mixing balls. Well, we'll deal with that later. But these sprayers from Jane Davenport, they are lovely. Okay, so now we just did this and had some of the white on white, right? You can't really see it much. And then she took the fine line. I don't know if she did the same side or the opposite side. So I'm going to try. I picked this up on the smooth side. So let's see what happens here. Oop. Not by opening that one, you won't. Gotcha by the beep. Patty has stuck ball. I do. I'm not a fan, I can tell you that. That's what he said. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to just do a little tiny bit of this on this side to see what it does. So that's kind of sinking in. And that's on the same side as the white. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Let's do another one. Oop, the paper stuck. Basically just scribbling. It's a controlled scribble. I am definitely going to have to get my balls looked into. As we can't go on like this, because I was going to use this in a little while. Why is it so? It's not even... I'm going to have... Hey, Martha. Okay, so now what she did, once this dries, I think she went on the opposite side. This is the toothy side. So remember, somebody remember, Gayla, this is the shiny side I did the white and the brass on for now. And then she took some very bright paint. And let's see. Well, why don't we just stick with what I know? And paper palettes. Paper palette. All right, there we go. Because we gotta make these, we gotta water these suckers down. Actually, maybe I'll just go with the high flow instead of getting the fluid and have the water in there. I was gonna say, do I have the right colors? That's ridiculous. Of course I do. Oh. My upside down bottles of almost empty Titan Buff. Had the lid come off. Oh. Good Lord. Okay, let's see. Let me put that back and let me look in my high flow. Look, dioxazine purple. Valor turquoise. There we are. Okay. If you guys just saw her do a piece of artwork the other day on her channel with a real bright magenta and like a reddish color print, that this is what she used it from. Okay, so let's try this. Now watch, this thing's probably not even open. Well, we'll test it. Nope, she ain't open. Oh, mother of pearl. Oh, look, an easy open lid. Ha! All right, made that a little easier. I'm going to spray some water on here. Oh, look at it beading up. Ain't that pretty? We'll try that. See what kind of a mess we can make here. Ooh. Ooh, that's going everywhere. That's okay. We're going to try to get it all on here where it's not downhill. It is a lot of water. Oh, for God's sake. Stop it. Now this one's running the other way. How far off balance? Well, let's not answer that, shall we? It's a whole other story right there. Let me get a big old brush I can use with acrylics. We'll just use this one. Okay, so this, I'm going to try this on the toothy side. I'm going to put this down and hang on to your britches. We're going to see what happens here. That's not strong enough. Should have listened to Gayla. And I never say that. Oh, let's make it a little juicier here. Or unjuicy. I love when these two colors mix, actually. Hopefully this is on the right side. This will look cool. Otherwise, back to the drawing board. But, you know, we've been back there before many times. Ooh, hello. Uh-oh. Did I go offline? Are you guys still there? Ooh, my windows like all went away. Gail is squeaking again. Lord. I don't know what is on the handle of this brush, but I could have tried to glue it to my fingers and not get it too sticky. I'm so anxious to turn this over and see what we got. Oh, I had a little peek there. Oh shit, that's wrong. Oops, I said the S word. Gayla, write me up. Write me up. Can't remember if she wet this paper or. Oh, and Robin's book is coming out soon, guys. Uh, she did a flip through yesterday morning on her premiere that she does on Saturday mornings. It's beautiful. I was expecting it to be a nice book. I wasn't expecting it to be coffee table book worthy for an art book with hardcover, gold foiling on the jacket on the cover, um, and the artwork and the detail of the instruction inside that she showed. Just the little snippets. I mean, it's a work of art in itself. Um, so you can still order it through Amazon, and I think they start to ship the end of October. What the heck was on there? All right, let's see what happened here. I don't hate it, but I really need that big old fat white um, marker. So I think this would have stood out better if I did the white and just a random design and then script with the brass, maybe, or vice versa. Oh yeah, her book is awesome, Ange. So this is wet, 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 wet. Let me write on something. Off. I don't hate it. I gotta tell you. Let me wipe this off. While it's wipeable, and then maybe we'll use this again, but with different colors, perhaps. Um, all right, let's do that again. So I wonder if I should. I wonder if I should try it on the opposite side, like pick it up on the rough side. Let's do that just to see what the difference is. All right. Wish I had a big old fat pen. Oh, I wonder if one of those. Oh, that probably wouldn't work. I have one of those chubby, woody, whatever they are. Oh, you know what I got recently? You know, things rush in and out of my little head. But these I saw somewhere. Let's see. I got a few colors. They were not easy to find, but I thought these would be great for. Well, you can see here where I was playing with it. It's probably too far away. But this little dot marker that makes perfect little dots. Small one if you barely touch it, and if you push it, you get a bigger one. But they're like perfect circles. So people apparently use these in bullet journals. But I thought, yeah, it was. Let me see. Can I zoom you in? It's not that it's that great of an example, but I know you can't see it. See where I was doing scripting and just adding some dots hither and yon, you know, at the ends of the swoops and swirls and all that kind of stuff. And just my luck, they have metallic ones. They have a bunch of colors, but I just got a few to play with. But they're fun. Okay, what channel is this idea from? The paper that I just did, Susan, is Robin McClendon's video. She did it a couple weeks ago. It's maybe 3 videos back from the current one yesterday. So let's do this. Let's just do some coil designs to try to get a little bit more white on the page. Note to self, I got to order myself a big old wide Posca. Let's do that. And let's take one of these. And this time I'm going to pick it up on the rough side. Because last time I did. And I think the last time was the right way to go. But we're gonna get crazy. I'm going to pick it up on the rough. Elizabeth St. Hilaire did the alcohol ink, Evie? I haven't seen that one. I just saw the one that Robin did the other day. With this way with the white. And then with the alcohol ink. And then painting the backside with watered down stuff. You'll let your mice know. Hang on. What is Martha saying? Hold on. I'm not having a stroke. I'm just reading the chat. I think Patricia should write a book. After meeting her in person, I'd buy a copy. Okay. Got a little blue picking it up from somewhere, maybe soaked through when I was using this as my backing. Maybe I won't do that again. So let's move this. And then I'm going to go over with this. Should I? Let's see. Oh, she may have, Evie. I usually watch her, but I didn't see that. The what I saw was on Robin's, and it's like 3 back from her current one. Well, I've undone this lid 3 times. Can't get the right. There we go. Sheesh. Oh, that just splattered everywhere. I wonder if I can do some splats. Of course I can. Look how cute they are. You guys can't see much, can you? Let me try to scooch it in a little bit. All right, and do I want to mock the spiral, or do I want to just? Oh, we'll just do scripting again. What the hell? This really drags on that paper. It's hard to get a flow going. Oops. Okay. So let's put this aside. Let me grab 2. Oh, you know what? I want to use this. This is what I'm going to use this for. That's like hard in there. I'll have to take this upstairs with me so I can shake it every couple hours. Patti, I sent you a link to Funsels. Funsels? What the hell is Funsels? Pardon my racket. Funsels. Is that some kind of a stencil that's fun? Oh, I got my balls unstuck. There we go. I think I had 2 or 3 of them in there. There we go. Funsels on sale. Is that on your site, Mariah? Why don't I know Funsels? I need to get out from under my rock I live under lately. Okay, so for this is kind of watered down. But I don't know what it's going to do on this. You know what? I'm going to spray this on the jelly plate. So I can sort of control it. I can always add more. The balls are free on Amazon. They have such different sizes. Now I want to go over there and look at them. Shouldn't tell me that stuff when I'm streaming. Oh, just kidding, of course. Put the tops on these. So let's spray the locks on, the safety. What have I done? And Xander's not here for me to ask what the little tricks might be that I'm unaware of. Okay, well, if you want to play that way, we'll figure you out later. And I'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll just see about that. It's almost all turquoise showing on there now, where it splits up. You gotta love that. All right, let's just go for it. If I screw it up, what's the worst that can happen? Gayla has a bulleted list of those options. I would like a brayer in the brayer drawer. Here we go. All right, let's spray a little bit on there to get it to separate a little more. And I'm going to put this on the back, on the shiny side, just to do it the opposite of where this is. And if I screw it up, we'll just do it again. Oh, I'm clicking on that link. Sorry, we couldn't find it. Thanks a lot, CB. I'm getting a dog on his back saying can't find the page. What a tease. Okay. Is that a big fat white marker? Is that what you're trying to show me? Oh, that side's even kind of cool. Ange, I know you'd like that. You can see kind of whispering little bits of the scripting coming through there. What's this side look like? Well, you can't hate that either. You really can't. But look at all the bits where the brass, the bronze pigment sinks to the bottom and separates, and you pick up the water with that blue. Just go to Amazon, ask for Funsil acrylic markers. I will do that. And I won't do it right now. I don't hate this. Mama like this. I'm going to do this again with this paint, but I'm going to do it the way I started out with the white and on the slippery side, and then paint this. Okay, stand by. We're going for it. Look at all this mess on here. So I wonder if I should. Oh, you know what? I have this crink in the gold. Do I have it in white? That would be lovely if I did. I'm quite sure I don't. I'm gazing around to see if anything triggers in my little head. Oh, hang on. I wonder if I could use acrylic ink and just draw with the acrylic ink on there and then pick it up. It's not in a pen, but it's still acrylic ink. Huh. Here's a brand new bottle of Amsterdam titanium white. What's the worst that can happen? Hey, Allie. Oh, Gail is so special. Let me see if her link works for me. It did. Sorry, Phoebe. Okay, let's just throw it out there. I am trying to replicate a technique that I saw Robin do, Robin McClendon, on her YouTube channel a few weeks ago, where she uses white acrylic paint pen, lifts that on the sketch paper, and then writes over it with alcohol ink and a fine liner, and then paints the reverse side with watered down acrylic paint. So here's the first one that I did. Of course, it's purple and turquoise. And the white, you can see the white is there, but it's shadowed by the color of the paint, which I don't hate. This is still really wet, actually. So I did that one first. And then I wanted to do it with my famous love for the iridescent bronze. And that's what happened there with that one. Even though you can't really, I mean, close up, you can see the white swirls I did all over the background just to try to get more white down there. But it's still, it's only this size, this smaller nib. It's not the big fat one. But both sides of that are kind of cool. But now I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to start on the shiny side of the paper. Because this paper has a shine. And you know, in the pad, the shiny side of this is up in the pad, which would kind of to me kind of hint like that's what we should be using. Can this be done on fabric, do you think? I have no idea. It would have, you probably have to have some kind of fabric medium in it. I don't know if the alcohol inks will work on fabric. But what's the worst that can happen? That's what I always say. Okay, so I'm going to do, all right, let's see. Please let the dauber work on this one, because a lot of times, oh, that felt like it was pretty good. So let's just do big circles. Maybe overlapping big circles. Maybe bigger circles. Just want to get some kind of design down on the white. And it's on white paper, right? So it's not going to be take it off the edges. Why not? Oops. Leave some ink on there, Patty. This is going to be a hot mess. It's kind of my specialty. All right, good enough. So, what I say, shiny side down, right? Slippery side. And of course, it's going to smash out, look like a thicker line, but that's okay. That's just more texture. Just some painted papers, Jasper, that have different layers and textures to them. I'll tear them up and use them in collages. I mean, you could use them on cards. You could use them for whatever you use schmancy fancy papers for. So probably, I'm wondering if some of this bronze shimmer is going to come up off of here. I would imagine that it would. Enjoy your trip, Virginia. I don't know what this, see this dark line around some of these bits here? I'm curious to see what that is, and we're about to find out. Oh, there's a lot of paint left, a lot of ink left. Oh, not a great idea. Okay, let's follow me for more great tips. I'm going to try to take another piece. Come on, work with me, baby. And get some of that while it's maybe cooperative. It's picking up some of the bronze, but that, or the, yeah, the bronze, but that's about it. Okay, let's I'm gonna let that sit and dry. We're just gonna push forward as if we don't have a mess. And we'll come back here, and I'm probably gonna have to wait. This one's really thick. Actually. Ooh, do not spill. I wonder if I can pick some of this up. This is not good. I'm sure you could do a coffee table art. Ah! Hey, if Kramer can pull one off, so can I. You remember that episode of Seinfeld? Oh God. Yeah. We're gonna abandon the acrylic ink. And we're gonna go back to the paint marker as soon as I clean this monstrosity off of here. Let's see. Let's go with my Old Faithful, tight and buff. Just like I like my men. Oh, did it dry up on me? Oh, there we go. This is the one that leaked a little bit upside down. Oh, what do we have on here? You know what? I think I have more bronze on there. It's kind of wet. I'm just going to let it happen. Whatever happens, happens. I'll probably have to get a new jelly plate after this. Oh, God. Huh. Let's, just for shits and giggles, as we say, let's just try to pull this bad boy. Or do I want it on black? Maybe I want that on black. These bronze bits come up. That may be the way to go. This is my ever faithful Nina, what's it called? Astro Brights. The color's Eclipse. It's just like printer weight paper. Patti, you can't do it with the metallic paint on the back. The mica that makes metallic won't pass through the paper. I can't, well, no, I don't follow you because I'm not sure what you mean I can't do. You mean with the rice paper side? Usually it picks up with the slick side of that. It doesn't usually pick up with the textured side. Is that what you're saying? Now, where the hell did that come from? Oh, here. That's where that came from. All right, work with me, baby. Work with me. Oh, that's working pretty good. Oh, look at you. Hello, lover. Mama don't hate that. All right, let me take it. I'm going to get this thick blob and that ink still on there out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of there. Okay, so let's forget the white ink. And oh, this is the one that has my, I don't know if you can see it in there. It's a color shifting creamer pigment called Pacific Lagoon on dark. I know, right, Anne? That one. Happy accident. See, if I didn't screw everything else up, I wouldn't have got that print. Thanks, Joan. Oh, no, Susan. I hope she's okay. Okay. So, um, when I'm stalling because I'm thinking about this black deli paper instead of, this is not the black paper I just used. This is that steak paper, they call it on Amazon, instead of the sketch paper. I wonder what that would do. Because I'm thinking if I do this, if I spray this in the mix, it's on black, it's going to look really good. Well, let's just, you know what? Let's just flip and try it. Oh, I wonder. Oop, 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 oop. This Jean Davenport Storytime ink. I wonder what that would do. We'll stick with what I'm doing here. All right, let's, what the heck is on there? A little ink will go on the end of my Posca pen, I believe. Okay, so I wonder if I just did like a grid, like just straight lines. Ish. Ain't nothing straight around here. That apple was pretty straight though. I always say I can't draw a crooked line. Perhaps I can. Now this might take so long that it starts to dry too much. Oh, you know what? The paint, of course, is not going to soak through here. Hello. That's okay. I got another idea in my head. Okay, so we're not going to have the see-through bits like we painted on the back of that first one. That's okay. So I'm going to spray this rascal. And then when this dries, I'm going to go over it with the alcohol ink. I make no promises, Gayla. Oh, you're here at your own risk, my friend. Okay, so let's try this. This should look really spectacular. muscular on the black. That's probably way too much. It's going to take a year to dry. Oh, and it's curling. Curling. Let's do this. That's actually quite lovely. Yeah, if I could get to my heat gun. There may be too much in play to get to the heat gun. Let's see. Made the dreaded mistake of trying to rearrange my one set of drawers, my Alex drawers that are under my desk. And instead of my heat gun being in the top drawer where it was very accessible, it's now in the second to the bottom drawer where I can get it. This may be helpful to get this baby dried instead of sitting here watching paint dry, literally. Okay, let's try it. Ika. Wait till you see the shift in it, the color shift. If it'll show on camera, it goes purple, turquoise, and a greenish blue, which sounds like turquoise again, but it's different. I just put a little bit of distilled water, some pigment, and some creamer watercolor medium in that sprayer with a couple of mixing balls. And it's the creamer pigment called Pacific Lagoon. That's taken a while. Maybe I should just dab some of that off. Nobody got time for this. Okay, let's put this somewhere where it won't burn the house down. There's still a little bit of wet spots, but let's see if you can see the shift. See, purplish, kind of goes purpley, green, blue, turquoise, and look where the fine mist is. It's still rather spectacular. So this has to be dry before I go over it with the. Let's just do this. Look at that, it's dry. Okay. The old-fashioned way. Thanks, Joan. Let's see. That's on there pretty good. All right, back to this. You know what? I'm going to put a couple mixing beads in this jar because this keeps separating. Mixing balls available on Amazon.com. I'll put 3 in there just in case. Oh, that close, Julie. Okay, let's do mixing balls. All right, let's see how this works. Oops. That's kind of laying on the top of this, where in that other one, the sketch paper, it really soaked in and got that kind of aura around it, as you would expect rice paper to do. Now this has little puddles that are going to have to sit there and dry. But I don't hate it. Put this over here. Oh, I just saw that completely purple. I can't tilt it though right now. Looking at it from this direction across the plane of it, it's so brilliant purple, but I got puddles still there. I'm going to let those dry a little bit, then I'll try to show you that. Oh, difficult. Difficult. So now, let's go back and try that. How did I do that? How to do it? How to do it? See, look what's interesting on this. This is that the turquoise is the pigment from the bronze, right, that broke apart. And on here, it's got a whole sheen of that pigment. The bronze pigment, the metallic pigment. And this is the slick side. This is the toothy side. And that's what I think what Evie's saying, that it doesn't come through that. Which that, yes, I do realize that because I've tried it on other rice papers. But this one is so different with that really shiny side. I guess that is what doesn't allow that to soak through there. I don't know. I'm a crazy mad scientist. I don't know all the reasons why. Gayla might. Anyway, we are going to, what are we going to do? I'm going to try. That's just so pretty on here. I've done these prints on this before, and I could just eat them. Oh, wait a minute. Let me think. Hang on. Let me go around to one of my boxes I have not yet unpacked yet. I'm going to see what we got in this pile of loveliness. I have some of, oh, here's one. I wonder how we can do it with a stencil. I was looking to see if I had any of Robin's printables. They're on my favorite pack. See if we could play with one of those. Oh, here we go. Do I? I do. Just had to dig deeper. Hang on, I'll be right there, guys. Sorry. On the dark side. Oh, shoot, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm only going to go till 5 o'clock. Man, that flew fast. That went fast. Pat, I remember a psychologist wrote down numerous reasons. I ripped him up in front of him. Yeah, here's some printables. Here's one that's kind of blank. It's got a little bit of my pictographs on there. Oh, look at this one that was in there. Mariah, does that look familiar? That's on that steak paper. And I think this were those paints that I loaned P to play with. Those treasure gold and that aquamarine and rose gold colors on the black paper. Oh, here's one. Here's what I was trying to show you guys. So this is done. This is the same sketch paper. This is the toothy side. And this is how that picks up on this side. And I use some of my hot glue stencils to just get an image on there. Oh, I love you. What are these? Oh, these have foil on them. I was foiling these at the retreat. And this has one of Robin's little stamps on it that I foiled. Oh, well, look at this one. This one was one of her. Hey, where's that one? We can do that. See all this turquoise on this one? That's not what that looked like. And see that little sheen on not the stamp. That I did that and foiled it. But all those little bits of the sheen on there are bronze. That's my. Let's do that on here and see what happens. For one last thing before I gotta wrap her up. This sprayer is not. I'm not a fan at the moment. See you, Jules. Take care. Queen of Shimmer. That's me. Oh, oh. I don't know why. This is just ticking me off. Okay, back to the old-fashioned. Oh, you know what we're going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to go back. Oh, I was going to get some stencils out, but how am I going to do that? I wonder if I used. I've been dying to use this one. I think that's so cool, 3D looking. So I'm thinking, how can we? Give me a minute. Let me cipher my brain through this one. Shut up, Gayla. She's seen me cipher before. I never said it was pretty. Okay. This is the high flow iridescent bronze. It's going to resist the plate. Resist the plate. But I'm going to help it resist the plate by spraying it with some water and really letting it beat up. See what it does now? It's just like, and it'll start to separate in the turquoise and the bronze. Oh, look what it's doing where the grid is with the white. It's kind of sticking to that. You can see the turquoise start coming through, right? It's starting to separate. That's what Mama like. I'm going to let it sit there for a minute and do its thing. Bought that one today while I was poking around their site. I haven't used it. It's clean. That's like breaking a rule somewhere. But it's still clean. But I'm going to, okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lay this down. On there. And then I'm going to pick it up on here. And see how that works. And usually as you see the water come through this is just my printer paper. It's a inkjet printer. It'll start to change the color of it'll liquefy the toner, and the toner comes through the paper and usually comes out in these green and pinkish gray tones. Oh, this is Fran's? Yeah, I think this one is cool. So we'll see if in my head, this is going to look pretty cool. A lot goes on in my head. A lot of it's not cool. See how that what the colors looking like on there where that toner is breaking through. Sometimes if it's really wet, the back of these look as cool as the front. Or cooler, as it were. Okay. Is it working? Did it show? Or is it too You don't really, I mean, it looks cool, but you don't really see the design through that. But let us not stop there. Give me a piece of black paper. Let me pick this up and see what I get off of there. Let me just dab this off on the back of this one. Just to kind of, that's as much as I clean my stencils right there. Dirty girl. Oh, ooh, spooky. Let's here, walk towards the light, Gala. walk, walk down the tunnel and head for the light. um, I did have another idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, which, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to put more of this on here. Maybe I need to choose a different stencil for what I'm trying to get it to do or show. Let's use this runes. Runes. I'm going to rune it. Okay. A little water. Let it resist. Yeah, these are Mariah's. Paula Keen, that's right. Is the rune one. I think this one might be one that'll have enough of a design to it to give me a little something, something. But I still want this kind of wet. Maybe I got to put more water on it. Or maybe I don't. I'm just going to use this one that already, is that the only one I can use? Yeah, the other ones have foil on it that look kind of cool. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this one that's got the foil on it. Let's just stack it up because I like the light parts of this. Hey, Kath. Trying to get in all those little holes to touch the paper. And maybe I'm doing that too much. Maybe that's what's forcing all that bronze down through there, where usually it would just be the turquoise that you'd see on these papers. Like this one. I love this one. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that looks cool. Look where you can see some of that design just here and there. It's not a good print, which is what I wanted. I didn't want it to be a perfect print. You can't hate that, people. Still see the foil. Hello, lover. All right, let's do. Let's just see what comes off on here. Let's do this on the back. Make a sandwich. Oh, more of that came off than I thought. Oh, look at that. Look how the coloration came off where the designs are with the little two-tone effect. I think I could survive with just iridescent bronze paint and black and white. I think I could. It does so many cool things. All right, let's. Oh, here it is. $4:56. 4 minutes coming down the stretch. Oh yeah, it is, Joan. Let's see if I can get this rolled out. Pick some of this up. I got all kind of boogers on my brayer. See the little dimple that's leaving everywhere? Let's pick it up with this. Hey, Laurie. Welcome. I think that's a new name. It's in code, Gala, so you can't understand what she's saying to me. That's a good cleaner upper color, that Titan Buff. Subtle, yet cool. I'm telling you, you can't hate that. Okay, so here's this one that's over here patiently drying, that is now dry. Let me see if I can try to hit that purple color. So hard to show. Why is it so hard? I can see it's so plain here. It's kind of like on the same plane like this is where I see it. But you still don't see it. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to buy some Lagoon and play with it yourself and then call me and say, you were right, Patty. You can kind of see it just in little flashes here and there when it hits the right angle, like kind of over here where my left hand is a little bit. When it moves, you can kind of see purple, but it's a brilliant purple when you see it in place it. So this may show up in a collage near you at some point. Thank you, Martha. And here's this one that was a flub that I love a good flub. And then these two. This one's still wet. This one's dry. This would look cool in a book as a part of a signature. You'd see all 4 sides of it if I was making a book, which I'm not. But this is where we started out, and this is kind of what I saw Robin doing it. And Evie said that Elizabeth St. Hilaire did something similar. I'll have to go back and watch that. I'll lay this somewhere to dry off nice and flat. All right, kids. Mama's going to throw some meatloaf in the oven. I prepared it earlier so I could stream. I know, you're welcome. Oh, can you, Dot? Good. Similar thing happened with sprays and laser printed papers. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. All right, kids. 5 o'clock on the nose. How does that ever work out? All right, guys. I will see you hopefully sooner than later. We shall see. Once I retire, you'll be sick of me. So I'm going to go, and I will catch up with you dudes and dudettes later this week, hopefully, or next weekend, most likely. Let's not get crazy. See you guys. Thanks, mods. And you too, Gayla. Bye.